Hello there, I'm the Star Wars guy. With Season 7 of Clone Wars coming very soon, I thought it'd be super fun to break down, analyze, and discuss various story arcs from what I consider to be the most important episodes from the previous seasons of Clone Wars, Seasons 1 through 6. And today we're looking at the first in a 4-episode arc from Season 2, and that's episode number 5, entitled Landing at Point Rain. The moral quote for this episode is, "Believe in yourself, or no one else will." Landing at Point Rain tackles major themes such as perseverance and self-belief, as we saw in the moral. Now, to very briefly summarize the episode, Anakin, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, and Jedi Master Ki-Adi-Mundi lead a landing party to destroy a droid factory on Geonosis. Now, we have several notable characters in this episode. First up, Ki-Adi-Mundi. Ki-Adi-Mundi is a Sarian Jedi Master, perhaps best known for this line.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
We have CC 1993, Commander Jet. He's Master Mundi's clone commander in the same way Commander Cody is Obi-Wan's. And we have our old friends Anakin, Ahsoka, and Rex from the 501st, and Obi-Wan and Cody from the 212th. Here are some of the best moments from this episode. The wall.
Look at that giant wall with all the gun emplacements. That won't be easy to get past.
Don't worry, we're not going anywhere near that.
Remember when I reminded you about the giant wall and you said, "Don't worry, Smith, we won't be anywhere near that."
When Anakin and his squad run into a massive, fortified wall, they are forced to try to power through to get to the other side to complete their mission. Now, this demonstrates Anakin's ability to improvise. It is this ability that often compensates for his recklessness and lets him get away with things other Jedi just simply would not be able to. It also shows how well Anakin, Rex, and Ahsoka work as a unit. I love how the show gives plenty examples of this. We really get a feel for the teamwork and chemistry that they have, and it's why these three are my favorite characters in this entire series. And we also get to see Flying Rex, which is further proof of my previous point, and another best moment in this episode.
Next time, just tell me to jump.
Now where's the fun in that?
Another best moment from this episode is the droideka assassination that occurs on top of the wall by Rex and Anakin. They're caught off guard by two droidekas that come up out of the wall. They're shielded and they can't hurt them. Rex comes up from behind and straight up assassinates one, while Anakin does something I've always wondered why Jedi didn't do. He goes into the shield himself and gets him from underneath. Obi-Wan fights through the pain. Obi-Wan is critically injured when his gunship crash lands. He says he's fine, but he's clearly not. He can't even stand up to fight and only gets up when he realizes his team is doomed if he doesn't start contributing to the battle. Now, he must be really hurt because a healthy Obi-Wan would never let his troops fight for him while he rests. So I love seeing Obi-Wan power through, get up, and make it happen for his team because he's that loyal of a soldier, a general, and a Jedi. Another one of my favorite moments from this episode is grilled bugs. I mean, come on, this is just awesome. Flame troopers are totally cool. This moment also comes at a time where we, the audience, really need a hell yeah, pump your fist in the air kind of feeling. And it's also further evidence of this show being not so kid-friendly. I mean, living beings screaming and throwing themselves off of cliffs as they're burned alive? Leave the kids at home, my friend. I'm not gonna lie to you, when the bomber squadron arrived, it brought a tear to my eye. The Republic ground assault team is doing extremely poorly. Everything went to hell as soon as they got there, and they've been scrambling this entire episode trying to make up for lost time. Luckily, Admiral Yularen has one bomber squad to spare.
You are in luck, General Skywalker. I have one squadron available.
And they arrive not a moment too soon. This totally turns the tide of the battle for our intrepid heroes, and they once again have the upper hand. And the final best moment is that they actually complete their mission. After so much time spent behind the 8-ball, it's remarkable that the good guys still managed to win. And this also sets up the next episode in this arc, which we'll be breaking down in another video. There are several great quotes in this episode, like this exchange between Clone Commander Cody and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, sir. I wasn't involved in the first assault on Geonosis.
Well, you didn't miss much. Last time I was chained to a pole and attacked by several humongous monsters.
That sounds entertaining.
It was. For the Genosians.
And this one at the very end of the episode between General Mundi and Anakin.
65, Skywalker.
Sorry?
My total. 65. So what do I win?
My everlasting respect, Master Mundi.
Oh.
That is a gift Anakin rarely bestows.
Also at one point, Ki-Adi-Mundi says this,
There is no such thing as luck.
which is a direct reference to this line from A New Hope.
In my experience, there's no such thing as luck.
Now, when I watched this episode, I made a few special notes. First of all, this is a phenomenal episode. I literally could not peel my eyes away from the screen for the entire 20 minutes. We really get a feel for what the war was like on the ground. Most of the time, the war is only discussed in abstract terms from afar by senators and politicians in big fancy robes. However, in landing at Point Rain, we really get the scope of how real and deadly this war actually was. We also get to feel what the characters feel on the front lines. Another thing I noticed was most of this episode is actually spent with 3 separate teams desperately trying to recover from the catastrophic failure that was their original landing. Nothing went according to plan, all 3 teams were split up, and they simply could not get it together until near the end of the episode. Only at the end of the episode do they finally get to even start their original mission. The fact that these 3 teams finally ended up rendezvousing in the first place shows each team's ability to improvise and adapt under chaotic war conditions. I also noticed it seems like Anakin's crash landing was way worse than Obi-Wan's. Yet he doesn't seem nearly as hurt as Obi-Wan? Someone just must have more practice with crash landings. Now, to remind you of our moral quote, it was believe in yourself or no one else will. This ties in beautifully with this episode, because each of the 3 teams were really struggling throughout this episode. And while they may have wanted to help each other out, they simply could not, or it would have jeopardized their own lives. Therefore, they had to believe in themselves to inspire belief in their troopers and their friends to be able to complete their mission. Now that'll wrap up my breakdown of landing at Point Rain. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe below for more Star Wars content every single day, and I will see you in the next video.